You have a right to do absolutely nothing constructive with your life. You have a right not to even try to better yourself, your living situation, or the world around you. You have a right to take advantage of the hard work of others. You have a right to demand that which you have not earned. You have a right to avoid responsibility. You have a right to wait on someone else to fix it for you. You have a right to sit back and let someone else take the reins. You have a right to say whatever you want to whoever you want, regardless of the situation or how it might hurt you or them. You have a right to remain ignorant of anything you choose. You have a right to place blame instead of finding solutions. You have a right to refuse to crawl out of your own misery. You have a right to ignore the obvious. You have a right to deny what you've seen with your own eyes. You have a right to deny that you are worth doing for. You have a right to hurt and betray those who love and care about you. You have a right to hurt yourself. You have a right to hurt others. You have a right to do anything in all the world that you please, or to do absolutely nothing to please yourself. No one can tell you that you don't have the right to do or not do anything. If they do, they are, of course, overstepping their bounds. You know what is right for you, what you want, and so you make choices, and the consequences of them are obviously exactly what you were after. That being said, I have a right to refuse to help people who will do nothing constructive with their lives. I should have a right to refuse to pay for, and I am only speaking about these particular individuals, those who refuse to better their living situation because it's too much effort. I have a right to get ticked off when you have the nerve to tell me I don't have the right to do anything, and then calmly explain that I am bashing your rights by exercising my own. I have a right to protect what I have worked hard for. If you try to take it from me, you will fail because it is mine and I will fight for it. I have a right to refuse to spoon-feed you information that you will not seek out for yourself, and I have a right to just say no to bailing you out because you failed to plan ahead. If you have a responsibility to me, I have a right to react if you do not keep up with that responsibility. And I don't have to do it in a format you like. I have the right to hold you responsible for yourself. I have a right not to have to find the way for you and I both. It's difficult enough figuring things out for myself. I have a right to get angry when you say and do things that hurt me and those I love. And if I love every person I meet, it doesn't diminish my right in this one iota. I have a right to suffer from my own ignorance, and that gives me the right to laugh at yours. Don't want to be laughed at? Learn something from your mistakes. I have a right to refuse making pointless blame when I can better expend the energy in solutions. I have a right to dispute the notion that because you have made yourself miserable, I must share in your misery to keep things fair. I have every right to claim what you will not when it is right in front of your face. I refuse to accept that it must lay in waste because you will not do what is needed to obtain it. I have a right to choose to believe the things that I have experienced personally over someone's over-sensationalized, poorly written story. I have a right to make myself happy, and I feel pity for those who don't believe that they do. I have a right to come to the defense of those being hurt when I see you hurting them. This is where your rights and their rights and my rights get a little tangled up. But hey, it's my consequences. I have a right to try and stop you if I see you hurting yourself, and you have the right to try to stop me from stopping you. I have a right absolutely to stop you from hurting me, and I believe that I shall exercise that right whenever necessary. If your exercising your rights at any time hinders my own, Houston, we have a problem.